Welcome inside the Series Futsal Arena at Futsal Oz in Thomastown, Melbourne, Australia. Welcome to round 3 action Series Futsal Women. Michael Chavello, Han Tran with you. We have a battle between 3rd and 4th as Evolution takes on Melbourne RQ. Both have gone 1-1 so far. Better goal differential going the way of Evolution. Their 15 goal differential, a -4 goal differential for Melbourne RQ, both on 3 points apiece. Let's run you through tonight's lineups. Han, first of all, take us through Melbourne Evolution.
Sure will. Number 1, we've got the one and only Madeline Nobbs in the red. Also number 2, Maya Watson-Lowe. Number 3, Tina Diaz. Number 4, Katie Foster. Number 6, Anna Piers-Barlow with her signature roll the sleeves up. Number 7, Mary Hubig. Number 10, the skipper, Rebecca Davies. Number 13, Bruna Silva. And number 23, Miller Best.
And let's go through Melbourne RQ. They are in the green as always. Sophia Alvarenga wears number 18. Marla Munro number 20. Jen Chandler 3. Evangelia Parthamos number 4. Linda Sawa 7. Lita Zamaya 12. That goal scoring machine Lucy Raymond number 14. Annabelle Hosking wears 16. Chloe Romero the workhorse number 19. And Tor Carla D'Alessandro wears number 23. This could be an absolute blockbuster between two well-matched teams. We're either going to see a low-scoring affair because they are so well-matched, or both teams going hell for leather and maybe putting plenty of goals on the board. What do you think, Han?
The second. It's going to be all hell on the board, especially Evolution. They're a very physical team. Aku is going to bring that back. The only thing is they're missing a few key players, Jess Au being one of them. But other than that, what a full squad. They've seen Linda Sawa. We haven't seen her. She's a recruit for Aku. Used to play for, I think, Essendon Lions and also Amazon. So she's going to be one to look out for. But the workhorse that we've been talking about, Evangelia Parthamos, if she can really get that traffic through to Aku, it's going to be something tonight.
Maria Beek wearing the captain's armband for Melbourne Evolution tonight. And, of course, as Han just said, always directing traffic, marshalling everything. Evangelia Parthamos, you see her there, number 4 for Melbourne RQ. She will be the woman in control of RQ tonight. She's very vocal. She's very physical. She can control out of defense. She can also score. If Evolution want to win tonight, they've got to find a way to close down Evangelia Parthamos. So too, Evolution need to find a way to close down Lucy Raymer and her goal scoring. And here we go early on. It is Melbourne RQ in the green, Evolution in the blue. Tried to square it to her beak early. Chloe Romero, familiar, workhorse, the everywhere woman for RQ, number 19. Romero, stolen though by a beak. Would expect Mary Beek to get on the board tonight. Katie Foster as well. Rebecca Davies. Davies, of course, you see her there. She was the All-Star in the MVP in the All-Star game, I should say. Maya Watson-Lowe, number 2 for Evolution. Very busy as well. So many talented players laid in both of these teams, Han.
Absolute talent, All-Stars team. Who would come out best, though, tonight?
Watson-Lowe just trying to get past Jen Chandler. Chandler had a great game last week for Melbourne RQ. They are both on 3 points apiece, but on goal difference, Evolution is ahead. 3rd on the ladder, RQ are 4th place at the moment. RQ need to close down that prominent number 10, Rebecca Davies of Melbourne Evolution. Her work rate is incredible. Her scoring instincts are superb, and she is physical. You see her centre of your screen, tall, lean figure, number 10, Davies. Will they square it to her right boot here? She's got space. They go alone, and straight into the wall of Evangelia Parthamos and Lucy Raymer. Davies waiting for this one. Right boot, Rebecca Davies took a deflection. Maria Beek to bring the ball in with the skipper's armband on tonight. The corner, Davies out wide. Goes into the D, Davies running onto it. Rebecca Davies uses that physicality. Nicely done. Diaz to a beak. A beak turns onto her left boot. On the outside, though. Valentina Diaz took a little while to warm up last week, but once she did, her assists were fantastic.
Yeah, she had created 2 fouls in her first couple of touches, but when she kind of overcame that, it was just fantastic for her to mould well with her team, and it's good to see her on the starting lineup for tonight as well.
Very aggressive start here from Melbourne Evolution. And just wait until Bruna Silva gets on the ball and starts to work her magic. A master illusionist, Bruna Silva. At the moment, Aku with a chance here. Romero! Chloe Romero opens the scoring. It was almost a half-hearted, lazy shot that just drifted into the net. Chloe Romero puts one on the board.
She was in close range too, but yes, I don't know if it was Maddie Nobbs didn't have time to allow her positioning, because that just slipped through. What a fantastic first goal from Romero. Just foresaw an open goal and a fantastic finish coming from Aku.
First real shot on goal from Aku proves fruitful after an ultra-aggressive start from Evolution. Davies. Chandler to bring it in. Down the line, intercepted though by Maya Watson-Lowe to Mary Abeek. Abeek on her right. Diaz. Jostling for it, gets away from her. Will be an Aku ball. I should say will be an Evolution ball. Davies is out wide. Mary Abeek to bring it in. Davies says put it into the D, where Valentina Diaz had drifted towards the goalkeeper. Now Abeek's inside the D, as Aku will bring in with a long throw here to Chloe Romero, the goal scorer. Romero down the centre, going for a second. Romero. House on fire in the opening minutes here, Han.
Absolutely, just creating those opportunities, one-on-one with the keeper too. Just went wide, but she's just going to be on form tonight. It's going to be magical to watch.
She is fast when she turns on the burners. Chloe Romero. Good start from Melbourne Aku. Showing directness at goal. Romero trying to feed that one through to Lucy Raymer, who you would expect to get on the scoreboard at some stage tonight. Raymer, number 14 for Melbourne Aku. Davies down the line to Abeek. Rebecca Davies usually wears the skipper's armband, huh?
Everything is going not my way. She's not wearing the armband, and also Maddie Nobbs not in red for the first time in 3 seasons.
Oh, is it a bad omen?
It could be.
Well, there's only one omen left. Has Anna Piers-Barlow got the sleeves rolled up? We'll see when she comes on the court later on. Davies chases it down and lets it go out of play.
Might be in the wash, the top there for Maddie Nobbs.
Big throw out from Maddie, finds Mary Abeek. Abeek to Diaz. Got to go around 2. Here's Davies. And well put out there by Aku through Evangelia Parthamos. The ever-reliable one, Parthamos. There's always one in every team, isn't there, that's super reliable. Parthamos for Aku, Davies for Evolution, Trinotsky for Fitzroy. Just you can rely on them time and time again.
Absolutely. And that's why you need them on your team. Just reliability.
Pascoe Vale need to find one of those players.
They do, yes. Someone you can rely on.
If you're just joining us, folks, Pascoe Vale losing the opening match tonight to Carlton. Great win for Carlton, but the best we've seen Pascoe Vale play yet in this season, conceding the least amount of goals yet and scoring an absolute ripper themselves. Here's Rebecca Davies, feeds it out to Mary Abeek, back to Davies. Through the centre goes Davies, but unable to put it on the toes of Valentina Diaz.
I was talking to a few fans of Carlton. They actually cheered for that goal for Pascoe Vale. They actually were gunning for them too.
They are the underdogs. They are the mighty ducks of series futsal. Pascoe Vale.
Mighty Ducks won, right?
Yeah, they did eventually. Beak turns.
Wow, what a throwback, Michael.
And ball just gets out off Lucy Raymer there. More possession for Melbourne Evolution so far, and certainly more forward pushing momentum, but the scoreboard reflects a goal for Melbourne Arcu. Here's Davies, got a beak to her left, goes through the centre, hoping for something sneaky from Diaz. Diaz lets it roll for Davies. Davies has power in both legs. Diaz calling for it. Intercepted, nicely taken out of defence here. Ball played through, Beak cuts it out. Here comes Maria Beak, she has some assistance. And cut out again. Beautifully done from leader Zamaya. Zamaya still fishing for it. Gets it. Zamaya, again leader Zamaya has a shot off her left. Was never really in range to score there. But good tenacity from Zamaya to win that ball. A beak to Davies. Davies out wide. Little flick through to Diaz. Diaz turns nicely. Got Maya Watson-Lowe going through the centre but couldn't find her.
Good possession coming from Evolution, but in the end, it's that defence coming from Acu. They've been so solid in the backline, beating Evolution in their game.
Davies beats D'Alessandro, has a shot off her right. Ubeek has a shot, looking for the lower left corner. The beanpole of Arcu, Carla D'Alessandro just coming on the court. You can't miss her, number 23. Very tall. She stands up too quickly, Han. She gets nosebleeds.
Oh, dear.
Here she is, D'Alessandro. Tremendously active last week. D'Alessandro had a great game. Here she is again. Recovers that well. Back heel, D'Alessandro off her right. Carla D'Alessandro getting right into the thick of the action.
Oh, that was a good there. I mean, good save from Maddie Nobbs, but D'Alessandro, early signs. She's just looked really promising there. And that back pass, you've got to be confident that your player is there.
D'Alessandro has an eye for the assists. We've seen that earlier on in the season. Good momentum here from Melbourne Arcu. Raymer. Ubeek takes it, tried to square it to Diaz. Partamos was there to intercept. Mila Best on the court for Evolution. Raymer. That one gets away from Zamaya. D'Alessandro. Feeds it to Bruna Silva. The magician is on the court. Or the sorceress. The illusionist. Raymer. Couldn't get past Valentina Diaz. They can be quite a potent combination. Diaz and Oliveira, Bruna Silva. Bruna Silva gets the ball back. Nicely done. And there it is. Magic. Sheer magic. Comes on the court and scores. 1-1.
You talk about magic. She's only been on the court for probably about a minute and already making the impact. Just doesn't require too much. This is the interception right here. Capitalize on it. And no one is shutting her down really that hard. Bit of a hurdle across one of Acu player and just that final touch. And that celebration that I love to see from Silva.
1-1 with just under 12 minutes remaining in what has been a terribly entertaining opening half. Long throughout from Nobbs, hoping to find a beak on the end of it. Romero, the opening goal for Melbourne Arcu. The equaliser from Bruna Silva. Foster to a beak. Katie Foster, we know she can put them away as well. I don't think we saw her in action last week.
No,
she was on the team list, but
she was, yeah. I think she was a late out. I think she had a bit of a niggle in her knee. So it was a late out from Katie Foster. But it looks like she's recovered well. And on the court, I hope to see more magic from her as well.
Mila Best, number 23, has had a ripper season so far as well for Melbourne Evolution. She can fashion goals. She can tuck them into the net, Mila Best. against her opposing 23, Carla D'Alessandro, who she's tagging inside the D there, making sure D'Alessandro couldn't get something to the ball to slide it into the net. That one getting away from Katie Foster. Still one more game to come tonight between the top two teams in the league, Preston and Fitzroy. That will be our final match tonight. As Best brings the ball in, hoping to find a beak. The beak turns. Was just muscled out by Lita Zamaya. Flicked on from Foster. You know, Lita Zamaya is another one of those unsung heroes, I believe. You know, often the spotlight in the Aku ranks goes to Lucy Raymer or Evangelia Parthamos, Chloe Romero. But I feel Zamaya is often in the fold for creating goals, dashing runs, getting really persistent, getting physical.
Just as a youngster, she's come a long way. I think she came on board as a youth player and then now coming into the big leagues with Aku recruiting her. Again, just coming behind the radar. She's almost like a shadow, but you know she's got possession, but she's not in the highlight. She never is. Probably never will be, but when she's got that ball, she uses it so well and very intelligent in her ball usage and just really doesn't get rated highly.
Carla D'Alessandro with the throw in. It's a long one. Nobody home though. Headed from her beak. Through the centre was Jen Chandler, who's just come on the court. Here's Mila Best. Well cut out before Foster could reach it. Foster throw. Top of the D. A beak was moving into dangerous territory. Romero cleans up and sends it out of play on the far side. You feel that Maria Beak is getting close, sniffing around goal. Mila Best just gets taken away from her by Chandler.
She is sniffing, but she's also directing traffic. So even though she doesn't have the ball, she's going to be the vocal of the team.
Bad choice there from Romero. Bruna Silva looked to curl that one on the outside of the right boot, did Bruna. The sorceress. Romero chases it. A little too far, though, even for her flight of foot. Maddie Nobbs rolls it out to Ubeek. Ubeek wants it back. Doesn't come to her. Shot there from Chandler. Off target.
Chandler coming from nowhere, but she can score also. As we see, also Linda Sawa on the court for Aku. So they've got a really solid team now. They've got to use that. Aku was looking strong in the first half of this half, but now just slowing down a bit, and it looks like Evolution's come on and really being more dominant in this game.
As we did say before the match started, a very even contest. Two well-matched teams. 1-all is the goal-scoring tally. Sawa tried to run onto it. Romero just couldn't get a toe poke past Maddie Nobbs. Nobbs rolls it out. Here's Bruna Silva, dances around one. On her right boot, Bruna Silva, goal bound. Wow. Close there for Silva. She is mixing the potions in the cauldron tonight, Bruna Silva. Already one fantastical goal on the board. Battle of the number 7s. It's Sawa who's winning the contest. Ubeek cuts it out. Foster! Ubeek chests it down. Still Mary Ubeek. Played out here. Aku down the right. Zamaya. Turn from Sawa. Still Aku with a throw in. Sarah to Romero. Chandler on the far side. Aku ball. Romero waiting at the top of the D. Intended for Sawa's head. And Maddie Nobbs makes a good reflex save.
A lot of headers are in this round, and surely one would go in. I think we saw one in the last game, but we're seeing more of the throw into the D in this round more than we've seen in the previous rounds.
Ball intended for Sawa, who ever since coming on the court has been a real target point for Aku. Here she is again, Sawa, still Sawa. Timeout has been called. Folks, we'll take a quick break, be right back. Welcome back, Josh Allen, you absolute freak.
And that was all down to Michael Nguyen there. Lovely ball. Look at this. Scotty Rogan. Michael Nguyen made the run and then found the pass. And Josh Allen, even though the tackle came in, and as we said, it's been a tight game. Allen clears, Caro. Sewell. Back to Allen here.
33 seconds.
Oh, it's given away, Allen. Good tackle, Allen. Just
Allen.
can't reach out, Sewell.
Oh!
And it's Josh Allen.
There it
Josh
is.
Allen scores. Josh Allen takes his top off.
The hat trick. He gets his hat trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive.
Interrupters.
The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take
Josh,
the yellow card. No
that's
worries,
a yellow-
Joseph.
You take the yellow card every day of the week.
Let's have a look at this replay, please. It all started here with Allen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
their homework, they know how dangerous he is. Very quick-footed, can shoot, like you said, either left or right footed. We see him right there.
Just take the words out of my mouth, Elias. Rip them out of my mouth. Elias Partamos on the scoreboard. The cannon lit the fuse. Finally.
It did.
Even one goal apiece. Evolution versus Aku. Battle between third place Evolution, fourth place Melbourne Aku. Goals from Bruna Silva for Evolution. And for Melbourne, Chloe Romero. Under 6 minutes remains in the first half of what has been a close contest. Absolutely nothing in it. Side ball here for Sawa. Chandler gets away from her. Ubik. Look for the return ball to Diaz. Well cut out though from Annabelle Hosking now on the court. We were wondering how long it would take to bring Hosking into the fray, and here she is, a very talented individual. Jen Chandler trying to go down the left wing, but nobody there ultimately. Maria Beek has been busy wearing that fluorescent skipper's armband tonight. Davies has been off the court for quite some time, Rebecca Davies. And we're still yet to see the emergence of Anna Piers-Barlow. Foster. Nobody there though. Down the right line and just too far for Jen Chandler. Ball in here from Diaz. She's been active. Sawa. Diaz, nicely done. Still Diaz coming down the left off her left boot. Valentina Diaz. Good aggression, nice ball control.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just patience. Just wait for Linda to make that mistake, and just off she went. She probably had a bit more space and time to move that ball forward, but in the end, just take your chances. She's looking promising tonight, Diaz.
You know, her confidence is building round by round. I reckon when we get to like round 10, 11, 12, you are going to see Valentina Diaz do some incredible things.
I think she's warming up. She's very new to Series Futsal and her team, so once she gets more confidence in what, you know, you're going to see so much.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
she did an Andre Caro-style assist over the top, and her beak just shy of hitting that into the goal. That was wonderful.
Would have been awesome if that went in. But yes, we'll see more highlights from her when she kind of warms up and gets confident in these four walls that is the Series Futsal Arena.
Shot there from Lucy Raymer, trying to get on the scoreboard as she has done so far in the opening two rounds. Chandler plays it through the centre. Good interception though. Chandler wins it back and the ball goes out. Diaz, the kick in. Bruna Silva, back to Diaz. Diaz, little fancy footwork, but well stubbed out by Evangelia Parthamos. Silva through the centre, hoping to find Foster. I'm telling you, that is a potent combination to watch out for this year. Bruna Silva, Valentina Diaz. Two magicians. They are the female Penn and Teller of Series Futsal.
Penn and Teller.
Turn there from Lucy Raymer. Got the old school references out tonight, Han, for our older viewers. Little back heel there from Rayner, designed to find Jen Chandler. Diaz. Ubik. Out before Foster could get a hold of it. Raymer, unable to turn. Foster. Diaz with the chase, but ball in from Evangelia Parthamos. Chandler threads it through Ubik and Diaz. Ultimately, though, off target. Ubik tried for a header as Maya Watson-Lowe comes on the court for Evolution. Diaz on her left. Valentina Diaz could have taken a little more time there, but she's got her goal-scoring laces tied.
Boots are looking pretty fancy there. I think she brought brand new boots here. I don't even look like there's laces on there.
She's got the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy red slippers.
Doing some magic for her tonight. But yes, she is pounding for it,
Yep,
Michael.
she really is. Looking for the head of Lucy Raymer, who may be frustrated that she hasn't found the net so far, Raymer. It's come pretty easily for her in the opening 2 rounds. Parthamos. Raymer, I should say. Trying to get past Silva. Nicely done there by Bruna Silva. 40 seconds away from the halftime break. We may be deadlocked 1-1 going to the towels. Nobbs rolls it out to Mary Ubik. Back to Ubik. Chance on now. Oh, Maya Watson-Lowe came within a snifter of scoring. Beautiful play from Ubik.
That was perfect timed ball too towards Maya Watson-Lowe. She just couldn't find the connection.
Wow. Hosking. Ubik chasing after it. And there it is at halftime in this round 3 clash. Melbourne Evolution 1, Melbourne Aku 1.
Look at this replay, please. It all started here with Ellen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
their homework, they know how dangerous he is. Very quick-footed, can shoot, like you said, either left or right footed. We see him right there.
Just take the words out of my mouth, Elias. Rip them out of my mouth. Elias Parthamos on the scoreboard. The cannon lit the fuse. Finally.
It did, and look at this. This is beautiful. As we said, he's got his footwork going. And when he does, look at that lovely little touch. Created some space. What a pearl of a kick that was. Just bending it.
Andre Caro. Beautiful ball from Caro. Lamb's in the middle. Don't need him. Do not need him. Moreland go 2-0. That was wonderful. And it all started because the doctor, Andre Caro, had the scalpel. Watch this. Watch how Caro cuts Cambo open. Beautiful pass down the line. That is a wonderful assist and a magnificent finish.
That's a great finish there.
have a scoreless goal line, Alex, after almost 10 minutes.
No, I didn't. I thought at least Fitzroy will be up a goal or two. But credit to Carlton. They've done everything right. They're defending well. They're attacking. They're not allowing Fitzroy to play their usual game, and that's very hard to do against a team like of Fitzroy.
The personification of excitement! Josh Allen is on the court, and he scores! Welcome back, Josh Allen, you absolute freak!
And that was all down to Michael Nguyen there. Lovely ball. Look at this. Scotty Rogan. Michael Nguyen made the run and then found the pass. And Josh Allen, even though the tackle came in, and as we said, it's been a tight game. Allen clears, Caro, Sewell, back to Allen here.
33 seconds.
Oh, it's given away, Allen. Good tackle, Allen. Just can't reach out, Sewell.
Oh!
And it's Josh Allen.
There it
Josh
is.
Allen scores. Josh Allen takes his top off.
The hat trick. He gets his hat trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive.
Interrupters.
The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take
Josh,
the yellow card, no
that's
worries,
the yellow.
Joseph.
You take.
Second half underway between Melbourne Evolution and Melbourne RQ. It is deadlocked at 1 goal apiece. Chloe Romero opened the scoring for RQ early, and then Bruna Silva worked a moment of magic to equalise for Evolution. It is Evolution in the blue, RQ in the green. Rebecca Davies back on the court, the powerhouse, the MVP in the inaugural All-Stars game. She also netted 5 when they played Pascoe Vale, so you know Davies can put them in the back of the net. Zamaya. Carla D'Alessandro down the line. Ball goes out. Who will draw first blood in the second half? Could we be looking towards our first penalty shootout of the season? Good steal there from Zamaya. Zamaya again goes around one on her left boot, and it took Bruna Silva to intercept the ball. Diaz not on the court at the moment for Evolution after a wonderful first half, Valentina Diaz. Badly laid out ball. Easy get there for Davies.
I think they swap her around with Davies. I think when Davies is off the court, they bring in Diaz.
I think you're right there, Han. And I do actually wonder if Anna Piers-Barlow is on the bench tonight, because we have not seen her yet, and I figure we would have by now. So we hope she is not injured. Good goalkeeping. And just a missed kick there from Maya Watson-Lowe. Anna Piers-Barlow has become a fan favourite after the opening 2 rounds. She of the rolled-up sleeves, making a fashion statement, and wonderful new addition to the Melbourne Evolution lineup. Bruna Silva. Davies. Raymer. And put out there. Are we going to see Lucy Raymer kept goalless tonight? Will be almost unheard of. Davies. Silva takes her time. Feeds it through, hoping to find Miller Best. Partamos. She's been a little quieter this game, Evangelia Partamos.
I think it's her hairstyle. She's got it in a weird bun that's going to fall off. Weird omens tonight for both teams.
Strange
Just
omens.
not, yeah.
Has anyone got a rabbit foot hanging on their rear view mirror that could maybe lend one of these teams? Partamos. Good interception before Lita Zamaya could get a boot to it. Down the right wing.
It's not the usual. There's no kind of pre-game kind of rituals they've got. They've kind of mixed it all up. It's not predictable tonight. And Raymond not scoring, she's usually reliable. So if she doesn't score tonight, I think it's her first game that she's...
It would be. First
scoreless.
scoreless game of the season if she doesn't get on the board. There's still plenty of time, just under 19 minutes to go, but rare to see Lucy Raymond without a goal on the board as she throws this one in. Lita Zamaya. Davies steals it, turns and twists. Rebecca Davies feeds it to Miller Best. Maya Watson-Lowe. It was on there for the return ball to Davies before Aku just managed to cut it out.
Lovely keeping there, just putting body on the line, but in the end, just kicked it straight into Maya Watson-Lowe. Very dangerous play.
Bruna Silva! Oh, rattles the upright. Almost a second goal for the sorceress, Bruna Silva.
Oh, just that angle, you needed a bit more towards the goal, but not a bad effort coming from Silva.
Carla D'Alessandro to Bartamos. Had Mila Best in front of her. Evangelia Bartamos, long throw to Chloe Romero, the goal scorer. Romero v Davies. Davies in control. Nicely done from Davies. Fed out there to Maya Watson-Lowe, a little too far for her. Starting to apply more pressure, Melbourne Evolution.
They are. They're just taking their chances now and just putting more body on the line. Things are getting very physical down there.
Onto the court comes Jen Chandler, number 3 for Melbourne Aku. Bruna Silva tried to play it back to Maya Watson-Lowe. It'll be a ball in again here from Watson-Lowe. Bruna Silva, top of the D. Davies may go it alone. Onto her left boot. Rebecca Davies takes the deflection corner for Evolution. It will be Miller Best to take it. Davies out wide. Silva in the D. Here's Rebecca Davies. On her right. Deflection went wide. Another corner for Evolution. Will it be Davies again? Bruna Silva wants it. Left for Davies. Just couldn't get the power generated. Romero walked straight into a Davies wall. Rebecca Davies is so tough. My goodness, what a talent.
It's going to take a hard knock to get her out of out of play. Her and Romero just battling at each other tonight.
Parthamos. Got Chandler right next to it. Jen Chandler tried to feed it through to Romero. Lifted over the top. Maddie Nobbs comes out. Gets a fist to it. Corner, I believe. No, goalkeeper's ball. Over the top, Bruna Silva. Trying to hit that one on the volley. One goal on the board for Bruna Silva, one for Chloe Romero. Rebecca Davies has Miria Beak way out wide. Goes to Maddie Nobbs. Now looking for a Beak. Just couldn't get the right angle on it though. A Beak was getting closed down by Romero. That was Evangelia Parthamos. Best over the top. Sea of green there in front of Mila Best. Rebecca Davies. Lets her beak bring it in. Davies looks around. Feeds it through. Still Davies. Bruna Silva. Good goalkeeping from Sophia Alvarenga. Mila Best inside the D. The beak. And again, Alvarenga gets fingertips to it. Another corner for Melbourne Evolution.
Plenty of corners, but they're not just capitalised on that. Really predictable play here coming from Evolution. Aku just able to shut everything down.
Throw. Hoping to find the head of Best. The beak gets it to Davies. Davies sets her right boot. Alvarenga with the ankles. And that one just into the side netting.
Best game I've seen Alvarenga. Just the saves that she does. It's pretty tough, especially from goal scorers like Davies, Hubeek and Silva to save it. And that one again from Foster.
And that one from Hubeek. Alvarenga shutting down the onslaughts here from Melbourne Evolution. It's a tidal wave of attack from the ladies in blue, led by this lady, Rebecca Davies. Free kick, Davies. Silva walking forward. Davies to Hubeek. Hubeek back to Davies. Davies turns on her right boot. Mila Best couldn't connect. It's Partsamos who gets it out. Fed it out wide to Chandler, I believe.
Aki just struggling to get out of the defensive half. Evolution, just that forward pressure. And
Just doesn't seem like Evangelia Partsamos is playing with the confidence we usually see from her tonight.
No, not tonight, but she's still, denying a couple of shots. Her positioning is great, but normally we see her really outstanding. But in the game like this against Evolution, she's got to be a better player.
Stolen by Raymer, one back. Here's Bruna Silva, feeds it to Mila Best. Well put up there by Jen Chandler. Best with the throw, hoping for Mary Hubeek to run onto it. Turn from Foster. Good to see Katie Foster, number 4, on the court for Evolution. We can clarify, Han, it is Foster, not Forster.
Yeah, just ignore the team sheet that Joseph's put together. He cut and pasted every week. We need to put something. Well, I'm sure on the Wii Froth it's Foster.
Okay,
so that's all
Katie
that matters.
Foster it is.
Yes.
I'll just think beer.
Foster.
She is a lot better than the beer, though, I will say.
Oh, the beer's not
I
great.
don't think we're looking for a Foster sponsorship. So Katie, you're much better than the beer. Knobs to bring it in. Long throw. Hubeek, 2-on-1. Stolen from her. Down the centre come Melbourne Aku through Romero. Turning on those burners again. Chloe Romero. Chandler. And there it is! Linda Sawa puts Melbourne Aku ahead 2-1.
The crew from Essendon Lions and already putting her name on the scoreboard with her fluorescent boots. Just that running work rate, just a position. No one tagging her whatsoever. So it's a letdown for Evolution's defence. Goes past the keeper, and that's all you need now. Leading in the game once again, Aku.
2-1 with 11 minutes remaining in the game. Goals from Chloe Romero and Linda Sawa. The lone goal for Evolution from the sorceress Bruna Silva. Foster couldn't get a boot to that one. Evolution, who have been pressing on goal, turning the screws tight the entire second half, come undone. Raymer, shot on target. Maddie Nobbs says, I'll have none of that. Maybe the tide has turned now in favour of Melbourne Aku. The pendulum has swung back to the team in green. Chandler calling Nobbs into action again. A corner here for Melbourne Aku. Romero under it. You see Valentina Diaz back on the court.
She's got to really shape up now for Evolution. She played well in the first half. She's got to really step it up in this second half. And if she scores a goal, it'll be something.
Mary Hubeek's got some room to move. Here comes Hubeek down the left-hand side. She did have Katie Foster to her right, coming through the centre. Well done from Alvarenga. Foster, toe poke, too wide though. The game has turned up a couple of notches. The temperature has risen inside Sirius Futsal Arena. Diaz looking off her right boot. Well intercepted by Linda Sawa. The beat goes low. The intensity is really upped here, Han.
Oh, absolutely. It's game on. The players know that there's not much time left and Evolution's got to score 2 to keep them in the lead. And that's been pretty tough for them so far.
Mary Hubeek Through the centre. Sawa. Can't get past Diaz now. Off her right boot. Looking for goal number 2, Linda Sawa. Timeout has been called. 2-1 Aku over Evolution. We'll take a quick break.
Trick. He gets his hat trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive.
Interrupters.
The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take the yellow card. No worries, Joseph.
You take the yellow card every day of the week.
Let's have a look at this replay, please. It all started here with Ellen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
their homework, they know how dangerous he is. Very quick-footed, can shoot, like you said, either left or right-footed. We see him right there.
Just take the words out of my mouth, Elias. Rip them out of my mouth. Elias Partamos on the scoreboard. The cannon lit the fuse. Finally.
He did, and look at this. This is beautiful. As we said, he's got his footwork going. And when he does, look at that lovely little touch. Created some space. What a pearl of a kick that was. Just bending it.
What a game we've got on our hands, Melbourne Aku. Oh, nice attempt there from Katie Foster and Alvarenga. Just fingertips to put it over the top. Aku, 2 goals, one from Sawa, the opener from Romero. They lead over Evolution. Lone goal from the sorceress, Bruna Silva. Here's Maria Beek. Tremendous game. Evolution fighting to maintain 3rd position on the ladder. Bruna Silva, well put up by Raymer. Can Lucy Raymer get on the scoreboard? Beek's another one we always expect to be amongst the goal scorers. Not so tonight. Here's Maria Beek. Maybe not the right option there. She did have Bruna Silva waiting to her right. Beek again goes goalward. Silva's got some real estate in front of her if they can find her. Beek again, she's goal hungry, Mary. Alvarenga's had a great night.
Well, if Aku wins, she'll definitely be on my vote for Team of the Week, that's for sure.
Nobbs. Bruna Silva. Foster tried to nutmeg Jen Chandler. Foster, Silva. Raymer over the top. Partamos. Can she beat Nobbs? Little too far. Nice run there from Evangelia Partamos. The Beak in the centre. Bruna Silva. Partamos stepping up her game. Chandler. Blocked by Foster. Romero. Getting a lot more active, Evangelia Partamos. May see her making more darts towards goal. Sliding in there, Maria Beek. Alvarenga rolls it out. Ball comes here to Partamos. Met by Silva. Beek steals it through the centre, goes out wide. Silva at the top of the D. Corner for Evolution. Can they find an equaliser? Foster inside the D. Maria Beek. Bruna Silva, some room to move. Had a shot.
She's finally got the ball because Hugh Beek wasn't using her as an option for a lot of those occasions. It's finally finding a loose player in Silva.
Rebecca Davies comes on. Her Beek is off. Bruna Silva. Nice turn. Rebecca Davies. Back to Silva. Cross court to Foster. Foster centres it. Davies, that powerhouse once more.
Just a solid brick wall.
Oh, she is, isn't she? Trying to score off her left there. Rebecca Davies.
Her and Partamos, I've seen them play in Futsal Oz for so many years, for decades even. So they know this court inside and out.
Davies on her left, perhaps. Went a little too far. Chance on now for Aku. And Matty Nobbs says that's not a problem. Davies, who won the MVP 2 seasons ago. And if the first 2 rounds and even tonight are anything to go by, she may be having another tilt of it again by year's end.
It's going to be a tough one to call by the end of the season, Michael.
So many impressive players early on. Mila Best challenged by Hosking. Well done by Annabelle Hosking. Romero trying to slalom her way through 2. And Best puts it out of play.
She's got the confidence of like Jess Au. Just goes past everybody.
Do you feel the absence of Jess Au tonight?
A little bit. You do see that just kind of passage of play. Normally what she does is just bring that ball forward. So they're struggling a bit without Jess Au. I think just due to work commitments probably might be out for the remainder of the season. We might see a couple of appearances.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Her and Eva Jan, I think, is in a similar boat. So I think it was good to have her on for the first couple of rounds, but I sense that she might just be missing for majority of the season.
Carla D'Alessandro back on the court for Melbourne Aku. Nobbs, long throw.
So if you're watching, Jess, thanks for tuning in, but we do miss you here on the court.
D'Alessandro. Ball turned over.
I think they're feeling the pressure here, Aku, a bit from
I
Evolution.
think so.
Even though they're up, it doesn't feel like they're leading the game so far.
Can they hold on for 3 minutes 40? Davies, Silva. Silva gets some room. Goes around Hosking. Foster. Parthamos needed to challenge that correctly. It's going to be a free kick here for Evolution. Now, will it be Davies with a power shot? Will it be Silva to work something magical? Maybe Katie Foster?
Maybe.
Miller Best is waiting inside the D. Foster goes there now. They feed it to her Best. Lina Zamaya brings it out of defence. Squares the ball. Hosking. A sea of blue around her. Foster finds Best to Davies. Davies trying to go past Parthamos. That's more like it from Evangelia Parthamos. Gives away a free kick, but she did close down Davies.
I think you got to do it. You got to take that risk though. But we've mentioned in the break, no teams yet have challenged, even though they're allowed one incorrect one. Haven't used it, and this game is getting tense. I reckon they need to have that in that bag.
Davies goes it alone and across the face of goal from the awesome Rebecca Davies.
I think the keeper got a fingertip on it.
Silva. Two and a half minutes remains. There's time for Evolution to find an equaliser. They've been pressuring. They've been pushing. They've been turning the screws. But they haven't found the net. Foster to Davies. They have so many potent goal-scoring weapons on the court at the Melbourne Evolution. All of them are capable of scoring. Foster. Again Foster. Zamaya down the left. Has a crack that's off target. Leader Zamaya.
But kudos to Aku. They haven't allowed Evolution to score in this half.
Mila Best couldn't bring it under control. Under 2 minutes to go now. Alvarenga throws down the centre. Leader Zamaya, the unsung workhorse, the unsung hero of Aku. Annabelle Hosking. Back to Alvarenga through the centre into Matty Nobbs' waiting hands. Quick disposal from Nobbs, hoping to find a header there from Davies. Zamaya again. D'Alessandro to Hosking. Carla D'Alessandro. Zamaya, stolen. Here comes the sorcerer, Silva. Thought she may have cut it back towards the centre there, Bruna Silva.
Oh, they had Davies on the run too, Silva, but in the end, she wanted to have the glory. She wanted to be the one to have that equaliser, but again, just off target. Her shots are normally pretty good, but it's...
Here she is! Oh, she had more time there. She rushed it.
She did rush it. But is it too little too late there, Michael?
She's going to be kicking herself, absolutely kicking herself. 1:15 to go.
Unless she does score one in the next minute.
Davies, 2-on-1. Zamaya through the centre, has to go it alone. Stolen by Silva to Davies. To Bruna Silva. Silva tried to feed it to Foster. Chandler over the top. Under a minute now. Davies. Ubeek back on the court. Dashing through the centre. Mary Ubeek! Mary Ubeek! Mary Ubeek! It's the equaliser! She'd been on the court for 2 seconds. 2 seconds! That's Mary Ubeek magic!
Absolute running. She knew when the moment she got on the court, no one knew that at all. Because why would you make a turnover substitution right then? But it worked well for them. That risk worked well for Evolution, and now they are in penalty
territory. Right? It's
yes,
there.
It's there. And with a goalkeeper like Maddie Nobbs, she's been there many, many times. To call it if it went to penalties, Maddie Nobbs will save the day. But Alvarenga, she's been on fire too.
Oh, she has. A Mary Ubeek moment of inspiration with a skipper's armband. There's still time for one of these two teams to net a winner. Momentum on Melbourne Evolution's side. Another side ball. Davies. Foster. Chandler. Are we going to our first penalty shootout of the year?
Or will one just find one in the back of the net in the next 30 seconds?
Davies. Down the right flank. Well cut out again by Beck Davies.
Oh, what a game, Michael. I couldn't predict it.
We said it was going to be evenly matched. It has been evenly matched. We can't separate them at the moment. Dead even. Chandler out wide. Parthamos. Went for glory. Found Nobbs. Davies. Foster. Miller Best. Best goes around one. Still Miller Best. Can she get a shot off? Ubeek can. Switches to her right. D'Alessandro was there. Davies has a crack. We are going to penalties. Do not go anywhere, folks. We are going to penalties. Wow.
Wow. I mean, it's gonna come down to who will not miss, because it's not just the keeper saving it. It's whoever's scoring the goal cannot miss.
Who has got the resolve, the focus, the steadiness, the staunchness to put the ball into the back of the net from very close range in futsal into a relatively small target past a keeper who will make herself as big as possible. Coin flip between Parthamos and Mary Ubeek.
Mary, wow, she got them 2 penalties. They would have lost otherwise without her.
They would have. A moment of madness, of inspiration from Mary on the court for, it might not even have been 2 seconds, to be honest. She came straight off the bench,
ran
through the court and scored. Okay, folks, here we go. Penalty shootout. Who will be first to step to the spot? A nail-biting game. Romero and Sawa for Aku. Ubeek and Bruna Silva for Evolution. And no matter who wins it, I'm excited for you to talk to one of these players, because all these players on this team sheet, on this court tonight, I would want to hear from any of them.
Oh, absolutely. Anywhere from Lita Zamaya. We need to have her on eventually, because I want to hear her story.
And look who's first. The sorceress herself, Bruna Silva. Can she conjure the first penalty?
Oh, she's feeling it.
Not too big of a run up here. Oh, she went for the lower left corner, and Alvarenga did well. So a miss early for Evolution. And now it's Carla D'Alessandro to step up against Maddie Nobbs. Will it be a deft touch here from D'Alessandro? Will it be a power shot? It's beautifully placed. D'Alessandro makes it 1-0 for Melbourne.
It's a bit of both. It's a power shot.
With depth.
With depth, yes. Not an or, it's an and.
We expect a power shot here from Rebecca Davies.
Oh, her one is just like a bullet. You don't even see it go past you.
It is a bullet, and it works for Davies. Alvarenga got fingertips to it, but Davies has them on the board. And now Lucy Raymer didn't score during the match. Could find a penalty here to keep Melbourne Aku in the lead. She does not. Straight into Maddie Nobbs. Now the hero, Mary Hubik, who came on and scored the equaliser for Evolution. Hubik versus Alvarenga. Alvarenga stops it. So well done from Nobbs, well done from Alvarenga. And it looks like it'll be Evangelia Parthamos up next. We could see a cannon of a shot here from Evangelia. Parthamos versus Nobbs. Nobbs has already made one good save. Didn't need to make a save on that one. Hits the upright to deny Evangelia Parthamos.
Aku celebrated a bit too early when that hit the post.
And Evangelia's opposite number, Katie Foster for Evolution. Can Alvarenga save? She can. She sure can. Evolution still in it. Jen Chandler.
Chandler's got to get this in for Aku if they want to get them in the bag, but it's been tough. The keeper's been good tonight.
6 paces back or so for Chandler. And she goes wide. It will be Valentina Diaz up next. Very impressive game, particularly in the first half for Diaz. How is she from the penalty spot? A lot of pressure on Valentina here. Against an in-form Alvarenga.
So I need to find out where she get her boots from, because they look pretty flashy for a futsal boot.
Diaz scores. Wonderfully done. And now it's going to be Chloe Romero. Romero, who opened the scoring tonight for Melbourne Aku. Thrilling game, great penalty shootout. Such drama here. Romero versus Nobbs. And Nobbs got fingertips to it. And Melbourne Evolution win the game. Evolution will maintain their spot above Melbourne Aku. And that, folks, will go down as one of the matches in contention for game of the season. It was wonderful from the opening whistle to the closing penalty, Han. That's what serious futsal is all about.
Absolutely, and what a derby that we cannot ask for a better game. And for them, it's now the bar is raised, because futsal, it's not just Fitzroy anymore as a top team. Evolution's got it. Even Aku looked really promising tonight. It just came down to the last wire. So Oh, I just can't wait to see what else unfolds in this season. But Evolution, congratulations to them, coming trailing from 1 goal to have the penalty and then in the end winning the penalty shootout.
Folks, stick around. We'll have a star player interview in just a few moments' time. And after that, Fitzroy versus Preston, our final match of the night. Still have a scoreless goal line, Alex, after almost 10 minutes.
No, I didn't. I thought at least Fitzroy will be up a goal or two. But credit to Carlton. They've done everything right. They're defending well. They're attacking. They're not allowing Fitzroy to play their usual game, and that's very hard to do against a team like of Fitzroy.
The personification of excitement! Josh Allen is on the court and he scores! Welcome back, Josh Allen, you absolute freak!
And that was all down to Michael Nguyen there. Lovely ball. Look at this. Scotty Rogan. Michael Nguyen made the run and then found the pass. And Josh Allen, even though the tackle came in, and as we said, it's been a tight game. Allen clears, Caro. Sewell. Back to Allen here.
33 seconds.
Oh, it's given away, Allen. Good tackle, Allen. Just can't reach out, Sewell.
Oh!
And it's Josh Allen.
There it
Josh
is.
Allen scores. Josh Allen takes his top off.
The hat trick. He gets his hat trick, gets his top off, and sends the stadium into overdrive.
Interrupters.
The stadium's erupted.
Interrupters there.
He'll take
Josh,
the yellow card, no
that's
worries,
the yellow.
Joseph.
You take the yellow card every day of the week.
Let's have a look at this replay, please. It all started here with Allen. Have a look. Not this bit here, but he wins the ball here in that tackle against Ate. Passes the ball off.
Didn't give up.
And he goes to the back post and taps it in. So, yeah, Kevin...
their homework. They know how dangerous he is. Very quick-footed. Can shoot, like you said, either left or right footed. We see him right there.
Just take the words out of my mouth, Elias. Rip them out of my mouth. Elias Partzamos on the scoreboard. The cannon lit the fuse. Finally.
He did. And look at this. This beautiful. As we said, he's got his footwork going. And when he does, look at that lovely little touch. Created some space. What a pearl of a kick that was. Just bending it.
Andre Caro. Beautiful ball from Caro. Lamb's in the middle. Don't need him. Do not need him. Molan goes.
Welcome everyone to the post-match interview. I'm here with superstar goalkeeper from Evolution, Maddie Nobbs. Congratulations, Maddie.
Thanks, hon. Good win.
Good win, second one of this season. You had a loss last week against Fitzroy, which you always do. 1 goal.
Look, Fitzroy are a really good team. We've been super competitive. I think the last few games have gone to penalties. We were just unlucky. There are a few things that didn't go our way, but I think we've made a really strong start to the season.
Fantastic. And let's talk us through the 2 goals that was scored by Bruna. Again, so brilliant and how she does those goals. And then the one for Mary to kind of get you into the penalty. Talk us through that.
Look, you can always count on Bruna for those sneaky, short, really fancy moves. And she pulls goals out of nowhere. She's sort of a really good playmaker on our team. And then the combination between Beck and Mary was just phenomenal. We could feel a goal coming for quite some time. We were just lucky, obviously, we got in before the game ended. But we were putting on the pressure and we stayed with our heads up the whole game, which is, I think, because we didn't ever settle down and let them have the win. We really nailed it towards the end.
Yeah, we just talk about how you just keep pressing, keep pounding, and yeah, in that belief as well. And it's a bit of a rescue move when you had the interchange, when you had possession, but it paid off because we saw Bruna come off and Mary come on running. We're like, for sure that's going to come in a goal, and it did, and she's going to be the winner, team of the week almost. because it's hard to come by in equalisers, and we talk about this is the first penalty in this season.
Yeah.
Will we see one tonight in the next game, you reckon? What are your predictions for the next game?
Next game's going to be a tough one. We've got two good sides. I think it's going to be a really close and really interesting game. Yeah.
Excellent. And next week you've got Carlton.
Yep.
How do you think that's going to unfold?
Look, I think Carlton have had a bit of a struggle start to the season. They've got a team of really good players. They're just still finding their feet. And in a way, we definitely are too. But I think that it's going to be a tight game, but I think we'll edge out the win.
Yeah, it's going to be the late one next week as well. But again, thanks for your time up here in the studio. Congratulations on the win. All the best on the remainder of the season.
No worries. Thanks for having me, Han.
Once again, Maddie Niles from Evolution, and we can't wait for the next one. It is Fitzroy and Preston. Stick around for that. Do not go anywhere.